Right now, 2 tragic interstate crashes. We have the latest on the number of victims and the arrests.
Plus, it was all yellow in Madison. The warning from the Coldplay's frontman to concert goers.
And not the flowers, but the butterflies are now in bloom, where you can see the magic.
Well, good Monday morning. Thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Michelle Renee Quinn.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Linda, one of our loyal viewers who we love so dearly, is giving me a hard time because I said it was going to be chilly outside this morning. It's all relative this time of year.
It is relative, but it's chilly right now. It's cold outside. I'm sorry,
I know.
Linda.
But you think about it, if we're talking about, temps like this in February or January, we'd be like, whew, bust out the shorts.
Yeah, definitely. This is our Midwest temperatures here. That's how we do it. And Savannah's got some more Midwest temperatures. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, the heat's going to ramp up, not this morning or today as a whole. It's actually going to be really comfortable out there once we get to the afternoon. Expect near normal temperatures that get into the lower 80s, but we are going to see hazy sunshine because of wildfire smoke. We've got a few rain chances this week. The humidity levels really increase tonight into tomorrow, and then the rest of the week is looking really hot. So we do have some patchy or visibility issues out there, if you will, because of the haze and the wildfire smoke, but still can see the sunrise. We're at 59 in Madison right now, but we will quickly see things warm up. 71 by 10 in the morning, and then all of us get into the lower 80s this afternoon. We do have a couple of storm and shower chances. We'll talk about if some of those could be severe and when ultimately is our best chance, along with alert day conditions for the heat on Wednesday. We'll talk about how hot it'll get and have the heat index values. All that's coming up.
All right, talk to you then, Savannah. Thank you. Now to continuing coverage into 2 wrong-way crashes into forests that left 1 person dead and 5 injured.
The crash happened just after midnight on I-39-90 Sunday. Authorities say an SUV going the wrong way collided with the car on the southbound side. Flames fully engulfed the SUV. The passenger of the car died at the scene. Both drivers are in the hospital. The driver who went the wrong way has been arrested for drunk driving. While authorities were investigating the crash, another crash happened. A car traveling south crossed the yellow line and struck a DeForest police car. Both the driver and passenger suffered injuries. Police also arrested the driver for drunk driving.
In national news this morning, it is a big day in the months-long battle between Harvard University and the Trump administration. A federal judge is hearing oral arguments for those 2 related lawsuits. They challenge the government's freezing of billions of dollars in funding for Harvard. President Trump argues the school's DEI efforts are discriminatory. He also alleges its handling of pro-Palestinian demonstrations was harmful to Jewish students. Harvard's lawsuit alleges freezing the funds, quote, has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. The school argues that Trump really wants, quote, control over its academic enterprise. The second lawsuit is from a faculty group and makes similar arguments.
A new CBS News poll finds 42% of Americans approve of the job President Donald Trump is doing. That's down from a high of 53% in February. The president has a different view of his approval ratings. Posting his numbers have set records in the Republican Party since the, quote, Jeffrey Epstein hoax was exposed. A CBS poll shows 50% of Republicans are satisfied with his handling of the Epstein case. A further party breakdown finds a 60% of MAGA Republicans are satisfied. Trump has pointed the finger at Democrats for the controversy.
Now to new images from the aftermath of the Dragon Bravo fire at the Grand Canyon. The fire exploded in size and has now destroyed more than 50 buildings. The North Rim Visitor Center and the Grand Canyon Lodge are 2 of the structures destroyed. As of yesterday, the fire has burned more than 12,000 acres and was only 8% contained.
UW-Madison police are describing this weekend's Coldplay concert as pleasant and peaceful. The sold-out show is the second in Camp Randall this summer after a 30-year hiatus. It follows the Morgan Wallen concerts in June. University police say they only made 2 arrests with no major incident.
We'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd. How are we going to do that? Is we're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the big screen.
That's Coldplay's frontman Chris Martin. He made sure to warn fans that they might appear on video screens. This follows a viral moment at their concert last week where the CEO of a New York tech company got caught embracing one of his employees. He has since resigned.
And more local news this morning. You might have noticed Madison neighborhood speed limits have changed. It's all because of the 20 is Plenty project, which is now complete. 20 is Plenty is a road safety project which reduces speed limits in residential neighborhoods from 25 to 20. Citywide implementation of the project began last winter after a trial period in 2021. All remaining speed limit sign installations should be completed by next month.
Take a look at this. This new neighborhood in Oregon isn't cooking with gas because it's completely solar powered. Habitat for Humanity is announcing the new 8-home neighborhood on K Court in Oregon. It adds to their other homes in the area, bringing the total count of Habitat for Humanity homes to 21. Environmental advocates say the solar panels will help reduce utility bills for the new homeowners while working towards the addressment of challenges for climate change. Around the state, a Wisconsin teen is hoping you'll take the bait and visit the shop he built with his grandpa.
Spooner Lake Bait Shop is relaunching after an unexpected letter shut the business down. Max McKinney began growing worms at his home last fall in hopes of opening up his own store. Well, the opening weekend was a huge success, and so was the weekend after. But then Washburn County sent him a letter saying he had to shut down because the business he was operating was in an agricultural zone. Max, though, has found a way around that. The state lemonade stand law does let minors sell up to $2,000 of merchandise a year, and now Spooner Lake Bait Shop is reopening.
Probably the biggest lesson I learned was to kind of just hold your tongue and not lash back at the county, because I kind of knew we'd get it back eventually.
Now Max is thanking everyone in the community and those online who've supported him while he was shut down. Well, you've seen flowers in bloom before, but have you ever seen a butterfly?
Right now, Old Brook Botanical Gardens is hosting its annual Blooming Butterflies exhibit. The event features 19 different species of the flying insect all around the Bulls Conservatory until August 10th. If you have any butterfly-related questions, Old Brook staff and volunteer experts will be on hand to answer them.
It has been so long-standing that we have a lot of volunteer docents that we rely on to provide a lot of our information throughout the exhibit, and they have become so knowledgeable about butterflies and their life cycle and how to share that with people.
Visitors can explore the gardens as part of a scavenger hunt that shows the connection between plants and pollinators. And while you're on hunt, organizers say if you're lucky, you might even catch a moment a butterfly spreads its wings for the very first time. Have you ever seen that?
Magical. I have not in person. What a lucky thing for someone to witness.
I know. I bet you it's beautiful.
Yeah, and Old Brook, beautiful regardless. I mean, they do such a good job of keeping up those grounds, both indoors and out.
That's
It's
the one place I
treasure.
haven't made it to yet. I'm going to have to before my time here in Madison.
List,
yes,
yeah.
You know it. Savannah Brito, you like the Old Brook Gardens?
Yeah, it's actually really nice. I've brought a book there. My mom and I have been there a couple times, walked around. Definitely have to get out to that, Michelle Renee. We're at 59 right now in Madison, 60 in Monroe, 59 in Lone Rock, 58 in Camp Douglas. A lot of us have fallen and joined Madison in the upper 50s. That's what most of us are waking up to right now. We've got a couple of warmer spots. La Crosse is at 66. It will be a good day to get out to those gardens if you haven't already. Going to be beautiful, little hazy. We'll have the hazy sunshine in place all of today, but that's really the only bad part about your Monday. We are waking up to moderate to even heavy levels of smoke. The good news is tomorrow into Wednesday, all that smoke will clear out. We do have some storm chances to talk about, and then the heat that's on the way, how hot it'll get. I'll answer that coming up.
All right, thanks, Savannah. It does sound like a nice day for the Old Brook Gardens. Coming up in health news, we're one step closer to a universal cancer vaccine.
And it's one of our favorite summer weeks. We're talking about Madison Restaurant Week, and this morning we're live in the 608 at Heritage Tavern in downtown with what they've got cooking up for our first feature of the week. Don't miss in the 608 next.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. In the 608, it's Madison Restaurant Week, and we're checking out some of the local businesses taking part.
Josh Breider is live this morning with one of our featured restaurants of the week. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning to you. One of our favorite weeks of summer. We're talking about Madison Restaurant Week, and we've got our first feature for you. We're live at Heritage Tavern in downtown Madison with Chef Dan himself. Dan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So this is such a fun week for you, and you know, for Heritage Tavern, this is also a big week for you as well.
It really is. It's actually one of our biggest weeks of the year. Perfect timing here, right in the middle of summer. At Heritage Tavern, we celebrate the seasons. So I shop at the farmers market every Wednesday and Saturday. We actually process our own protein, our own meats. So this week we're featuring a coupe de jour. Ooh. It's a cut of the day. We have many different cuts coming out of the whole cattle that we butcher. We have ribeyes, New York strips. This is a flank steak, or skirt steak there. And right here I got a skirt steak. The dish that we're featuring, coupe de jour, little braised short rib that we have in our homemade demi-glace. Goes in a little, what we call that, a potato bone. It's a bone, the potato that we carve just like to look like a marrow bone. And we have our strip loin here, cooked temperature. That. I like mine a nice medium rare.
Yes.
Underneath there we have some sauteed spinach, turnips, and some foraged mushrooms of the season. We actually have a forager that goes out for us. It's pretty cool. Some homemade demi-glace here. And then to finish that off, we have some homemade zabayon, just like a hollandaise sauce. Wow. That comes right over the top. And this is one of 4 different dishes. You have 3 different choices. Our menu is $40. Restaurants all over the city are doing this. Again, one of our busiest weeks of the year. We're super excited about it. We don't dumb down our food at all. So this is the same type of food that you would get coming into Heritage Tavern anytime.
I love that. So, you know, where did your inspiration come for Heritage Tavern? Why do you do this?
You know what? I love the farmers market here is what kept me here in the city. I just love going to the farmers, finding out what's fresh, what's new, what's exciting that they have growing, what they're excited about, and then we bring it into the tavern here and feature it on our menu. So it's very, very ingredient focused.
And you love, obviously, serving the people. You love giving people a reason to want to come out and try new things.
Exactly, yeah. We always try to take these seasonal ingredients, do a riff on them to celebrate something new, exciting, something different, maybe something you really can't do at home.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so your restaurant week, you're going to be running today through Saturday, so an extra day for folks this week too.
Yes, we are. Yeah, today through Saturday. We're typically not open on Monday nights, but we're opening just especially for Restaurant Week. And we got a full team here. Celebrate our cocktails, beverage program, and of course this $40 3-course tasting menu.
Love it. It looks good. Dan, thank you so much for having us out this morning. And again, if you'd like to learn more about Madison Restaurant Week and what they have going on here at Heritage Tavern, take a look at that cut. That is right up my alley. You can go to the story up on channel3000.com. Of course, our partners over at Madison Magazine. Super proud and super excited about this week, guys. Live in Madison this morning, I'm Josh Breiter, News 3 Now.
All right,
that
Josh.
Looks so good.
Doesn't it? Very yummy. And Josh live at Heritage Tavern this morning. Hey, Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it. 6:15 in your health news this morning. Health professionals want you to remember that your mental health deserves just as much attention at your yearly checkup as your physical health.
SSM Health's Dr. Rupa Shah tells us that a lot of the times your mental health can also impact your physical health. For example, things like fatigue, headaches, and abdominal pain can stem from anxiety and depression. She adds that it's important to be 100% truthful, especially on the mental health questionnaires that are given every visit.
We ask that at each and every visit because we want to know and we want to make that a priority for your health.
She adds that you don't need to be at a crisis point to reach out, but rather you should be aware of symptoms. Some symptoms include persistent feelings of sadness, changes in sleep and appetite, difficulty concentrating, or feeling overwhelmed regularly.
Well, there's progress this morning to report in the effort to find a universal cancer vaccine. A study on mice by the University of Florida found an experimental mRNA vaccine boosted the tumor-fighting effects of immunotherapy. The goal is to find a vaccine that's effective at waking up the immune system. If successful, it could be used to treat a variety of different cancers.
50 cases of West Nile virus have been reported in the last in at least 16 states so far this year. About half of those cases are described as severe. Even though the mosquito-borne disease is common, a new CDC study finds only 1 in 4 providers can correctly diagnose the virus. It's important to protect yourself against the disease throughout the summer.
The key here is to use mosquito repellents with DEET or Picaridin. It's the same kind of advice we give you really for any mosquito-borne illness, for ticks. It's not really any different. And I think the key here is to be aware that there's even West Nile in your areas.
Common symptoms of West Nile include fever, headache, body aches, and vomiting. In a small percentage of cases, symptoms can be severe, affecting the nervous system and leading to meningitis. But in general, cases are mild and clear up in a few days to a week. You can check data on local mosquito populations online at the Public Health Madison and Dane County website at publichealthmdc.com.
All right, let's check in with Savannah Burrito. We got temps in the 50s still in some parts of the Ewing area. Hey there.
We do, yeah. It's a cooler start to our day for sure. Today as a whole is going to be very comfortable though. 59 in Madison, 60 in McFarland, 58 in Middleton, 61 in Sauk City. A lot of southern Wisconsin though is waking up in the mid to upper 50s. We've got a couple 60s out there. Janesville's at 57, Watertown at 58 this morning, 61 in Waukesha, 58 if you're waking up with us in Camp Douglas. We'll see the 80s later, lower 80s and low dew points. That's only going to last today, and then those dew points and the temperatures rise tomorrow. We're still going to have hazy sunshine, some lower visibilities this morning because of the wildfire smoke. Our air quality is down to levels 51 to 100. That falls in the moderate category. Janesville's now down to 2, 5 miles in Madison, 7 in Monroe. So visibilities are actually falling. A lot of us are waking up to those around 7 or lower. A few of us are at 10 this morning, and for the most part, that's to our north. So our jet stream pattern and a ring of fire pattern, which means a blocking high is to our south. The jet stream gets kind of pushed a little bit further north. That's where the best storm chance is going to be. Not only today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, but just to our northwest, that's where the better not only storm chances, but chances for severe weather as well. I do still think we could have a couple of isolated showers and storms. Most of these overnight into early Tuesday morning will fizzle out the closer to Madison they do get, and then definitely towards Milwaukee. That's not our only chance. Most of these will be the overnight hours into the morning, just because of the ring of fire pattern setting up and our heat dome that kind of gets placed into the southern Wisconsin area during the day. The storm chances are mainly going to be at night the next few. But again, the best chance of severe weather is far to our northwest. We do have a major risk of the heat for all of southern Wisconsin. Our air temperatures get into the lower, maybe even a couple spots in the mid 90s on Wednesday. That's when we're tracking alert day conditions. But the heat index values, those are going to be at least about 100, if not up to 105. So Wednesday is going to be dangerous as far as the heat goes, but we will see a little bit of an improvement as we head into this upcoming weekend. That's when temperatures are going to be back down into the mid 80s, closer to normal. But yeah, a little bit of an active pattern Thursday, Friday, and then we quiet down also for Saturday and Sunday.
Boy, really getting up there for that alert day on Wednesday. I mean, that's some heat.
Yeah, it's
some
gonna be
summer
hot.
heat.
All right, thanks, Savannah. Still ahead, twice the luck, how a lottery winner doubled his payout.
Back after this. Take a look at this. Michelle Renee and our producer Katrina say happy cone crawl, everybody. They were out doing the thing at chocolate shop ice cream shops yesterday, and even Savannah got in on the fun.
It was awesome.
You see that promotion
Yes,
for National
it
Ice Cream
was.
Day, because what, you had to go out, you get a passport, which Michelle Renee has,
Yes,
and you
I
get a
do.
stamp at each location. How did this work?
So we started at the Fitchburg location, but you can go to any of the 9 locations and then travel throughout, and they gave us a little free scoop of ice cream. So in the picture, you'd saw a little free scoop. My personal favorite was espresso Oreo, and that was the first one that we had. But there were a lot of interesting ones. Apple cider donut was another really good one.
That was really good. Yeah, my
What about
favorite
you?
is the We Want cookie. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The blue one, it looked like a Cookie Monster ice cream.
Yes,
So good.
the Me Want cookie.
Yeah,
Gotta say it
so
like Cookie
good.
Monster.
It was such a fun day, though. Yeah, you got up to 9 free little mini scoops.
Yes. You went to all 9?
I did.
I only made it to 5.
Nice.
I went to all 9.
It was a good time, and there was perfect
living
weather
life.
for it.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
Good stuff. Hope you had a great National Ice Cream Day. I saw this morning. I thought this was pretty cool. A man from Massachusetts living proof that luck was shining down on him. So this is Paul Corcoran. He stopped by the store, bought a multi-draw ticket for the Powerball on July 9th. He thought something was wrong with his ticket, so he went to another store and got the same ticket. Turns out both tickets matched 5 of the winning numbers, but not the Powerball. So each one is worth $1 million.
Wow.
So you won twice. $2 million richer. Cochran says he's not sure how he's going to spend his winnings.
It's stories like this that make me want to buy a
Right?
ticket. I'm like, oh,
And you
should I
never
do
win.
it? Should I do it? No, I don't. I'm just going to keep on my quarters and scratch off.
But it's that moment when you're like, well, what if I win?
Right,
And then
it's
you
the
think about
adrenaline.
it and you're like,
Chris,
oh, live in the fantasy world in your
that
mind
moment,
for a
I
moment.
live for that moment, okay?
Just thinking, just maybe, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Well, we're tracking alert day conditions Wednesday. The heat is going to return. We'll talk about how high heat index values we'll get.
This week, the father of the Abundant Life school shooter is due in court. What he's facing.
Plus, concerns about school funding in the state budget. What MMSD superintendent says could be impacted the most.
Oh, and football season is getting closer. We'll have a preview of some of our Packers training camp coverage. Good Monday morning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Michelle Renee Quinn, filling in for Kyrian Lee.
I don't
Thanks
know,
for
it
waking
is-
up with us.
Yeah, so we're starting off, some would say chilly, cool. It's in the 50s.
I had goosebumps on my shoulders as I walked to my car this morning, so
It's feeling like football to me.
it is definitely
Yeah, we
feeling
got
like
training camp
football.
coming up.
It looks like we
Yeah,
have
we're getting
football
close.
temperatures too.
Yeah, we're getting real close. We had a little taste of fall last week. We did only hit that 69-degree temperature across some of the area. We hit 71 that cooler day last week, and we are waking up to some pretty cool weather this morning. Most of us are into the upper 50s. A couple of us are still in the 60s, 60 in Monroe, 66 in La Crosse, but we're waking up to 59 in the airports. Not going to last long, so take advantage of the comfortable weather we're going to see all day today on Monday. The heat ramps up tomorrow, and the risk of the heat, the major risk that we're all going to see with alert day conditions in place of all of southern Wisconsin, that'll be on Wednesday, because our air temperatures, those are going to at least get into the lower, if not mid-90s. It'll be hot weather that we have in the forecast, but the heat index values, those are going to be at least 100, if not up to 105. And that's for everyone across southern Wisconsin. We'll talk about who has the heat alerts currently and also the smoke, because we are going to have some hazy sunshine today, but when we'll see relief coming up.
All right, we'll talk to you then. Savannah, thank you. Well, this morning, one person is dead and 5 people are recovering after 2 wrong-way crashes into forests that both ended with drunk driving arrests.
The crashes happened just after midnight on I-39-90 Sunday. An initial investigation revealed an SUV traveling south in the northbound lanes hit another car traveling north. Flames fully engulfed the SUV. The passenger of the northbound vehicle died at the scene. Both drivers are in the hospital. The driver who went the wrong way has been arrested for drunk driving. While authorities were investigating that crash, another crash happened. A car traveling south crossed the yellow line and struck a DeForest police car. Both the driver and passenger suffered injuries. Police also arrested the driver for drunk driving. Both investigation into the crashes continues.
Happening this week, the father of the Abundant Life Christian school shooter is set to appear in court. Jeffrey Rupp now has a preliminary hearing scheduled for Thursday. He's currently out on bond facing 2 counts of intent to sell a dangerous weapon to a person under 18 and a count of contributing to his child's delinquency. Court records show Rupp now provided his daughter access to multiple guns while knowing about her ongoing mental health struggles.
A driver is facing charges after leading police on a chase from Pleasant Prairie to Illinois. That went over 100 miles per hour. Take a look at this new video. It was released off the chase. It's of the chase that was released. The chase happened last month. Now, the officer tried to pull over the driver, but the driver did not stop and let officers on that chase. The driver hit multiple squad cars and is charged with felony fleeing, 5 counts of endangering safety, hit and run, possession of cocaine and drug paraphernalia, along with several municipal citations.
Now to the Middle East, 85 Palestinians are dead after Israeli forces opened fire Well, they were seeking aid. It's being called Gaza's deadliest day for aid seekers. The IDF says troops fired warning shots to remove any immediate threat. It comes, though, as Israel's military issued evacuation orders for central Gaza, an area where it is rarely operated with ground troops.
New overnight Alaska airline flights are back in the air. That's after its fleets were grounded overnight due to an IT outage. In a statement, the airline said at around 10 p.m. local time, they experienced an outage that's impacted their operations. There's still no detail of the cause of the IT outage, and this marks the second fleet grounding request in over a year following a system upgrade issue in April 2024.
Trump administration threatening to end a longtime partnership between Delta Airlines and Aeromexico. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says Mexico is violating a trade agreement due to its limits on passenger and cargo flights into Mexico City. As a result, more airlines are being forced to move to a newer airport 30 miles away. Duffy says the actions benefit domestic carriers.
President Donald Trump is calling for a name change for the Washington Commanders NFL team. He says they should go back to their old name. Trump is threatening to hold up a new stadium deal if it does not restore the name. He also told the Cleveland Guardians they should revert back to their original name. Both have said they do not plan to change back. The old names have been criticized as racist by some Native American groups.
In education news this morning, there is a lot left to be desired. That's what the Madison School District Superintendent is saying about funding allocated for Wisconsin schools in the state budget. MMSD will soon see a drop of $12 million in general aid. Superintendent Gothard says they're looking at a $64 million shortfall in the next budget. It comes alongside concerns over the dismantlement of the Department of Education, which currently allots federal funding. Gothard is worried as to where that money will go if the department is disbanded.
What I can track and understand is if the Department of Education is no more, then states will have more responsibility to receive and distribute funds. The concern I have is, will there be funds for the states to receive? Is this the thing where the department goes and so too does the funding that the department once had to give to states?
Gothard also says current federal funding binds also aren't helping. He adds that after-school programs and student transportation could be reduced if federal grants aren't released.
Well, you can almost feel it in the air. Football season is around the corner. The Packers will be taking the field in no time, and News 3 Now is your home leading up to the season. This Wednesday, our Andrew Banstra and Jason Wilde will be live at Packers training camp. They'll bring you in-depth interviews with Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, as well as some of your favorite players. You won't want to miss it.
Boy, football season right around the corner. Training camp is really kind of that, that kickoff, to the season.
Yeah.
You start seeing the new players. You start learning some of those new faces, new names on the field. And for the Packers, you got a few of those this season. So just very fortunate to have somebody like Jason Wilde on staff this season, who is just such an acclaimed Packers beat writer on our squad, along with Andrew, who will be out there live a little bit later this week.
Yep, our viewers are going to know every single thing Packers.
Yeah.
So we're your home.
And Savannah's over there like, Packers.
Yeah. 49 more nights till Bears football kicks off against
Bears
the
fan over
Vikings.
there.
Monday night, 7:15.
You got a countdown?
Oh, yeah. I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I didn't actually have it. The Bears posted it yesterday.
You're a bigger fan than I thought.
Looking forward to Monday Night Football returning for sure.
Okay.
But we got alert day conditions that we're tracking on Wednesday because it's going to be hot. The heat is ramping up. Today is going to be very, very comfortable though, so enjoy it while we do have it. It'll be very short-lived. We're waking up to 59 at the airport right now. Watertown's also there. A little bit cooler in Janesville. They're at 57, 60 in Monroe, 60 also in Viroqua. But most of us have fallen into the 50s. Now joining Madison, we've been there pretty much all morning. We'll see the 80s, lower 80s today. Very comfortable with lower dew points, but we'll still have hazy sunshine. We have that wildfire smoke that's present. We're waking up to moderate to even heavy levels of smoke. The good news is some of that starts to mix out of here tonight, but more so tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. That's when all that haze is going to mix out of here briefly. We've got the humid conditions that return tonight and then hot the rest of the week. We'll time out any storm chances and talk about if some of those could be severe or who has the best chance of seeing that coming up.
All right, thank you, Savannah. Coming up after the break, thinking about getting an EV, why this may be the best time to do so.
And it's Madison Restaurant Week, one of our favorite weeks of the year. We're at Heritage Tavern this morning getting a little taste of what they've got cooking up on the menu, especially for you. That's coming up next in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. If you live in Shorewood Hills, police are warning you to be aware of a scam email impersonating a village official. The department's Facebook page says that fraudulent emails are being sent out from an account claiming to be the Village of Shorewood Hills board president, John Imes. They say that if you receive an email that seems suspicious to you, you should not click it, don't respond, and instead you should verify the sender's address and contact the village hall directly for verification if you're unsure of legitimacy.
Raging wildfires and severe storms in the U.S. are driving up global insurance losses. A report from reinsurance broker Gallagher RE shows losses of $84 billion for the first 6 months of the year. Wildfires in California accounted for $40 billion of that. Severe storms that created damaging tornadoes, winds, and hail. Many in the Midwest and South accounted for at least $33 billion in losses. The report said it's been the costliest first 6 months of a year since 2011. Insurance losses are expected to top $100 billion by the end of the year.
If you're thinking about buying an electric vehicle, now might be the time. The $7,500 federal tax credit will expire on September 30th. EV sales dropped earlier this year, but analysts say this quarter could break records as consumers push and rush to cash in before that credit disappears.
All right, 6:43, checking in with Savannah Burrito. She's here to plan your day. Good morning.
Good morning. We're waking up to super comfortable temperatures. It's a little chilly out there. Most of us across southern Wisconsin in the upper 50s. Madison currently at 59. We do have some sunshine out there, but it is hazy and that'll stick around all of today. But at least the comfortable temperatures and dew points will also be present all day today on this Monday. We're looking at the lower 80s later this afternoon. That's for daytime highs. Madison's now down to 5 miles. Janesville's been hanging around 2, Monroe at 7, Lone Rock at 8, Boscobel at 6. This is not fog, but it's because the hazy conditions, because the wildfire smoke that's present. Our air quality overall in the yellow color, that's moderate with values as low as 51 to 100. We've got a lot of yellow and orange that we're waking up to right now. That's all the moderate to even heavy smoke. I do think some of that's going to mix out of here though the later into the day that we get, although light to moderate levels stick with us all across southern Wisconsin even into tonight. But into early Tuesday morning and more specifically Tuesday night into Wednesday, that's when all of that light smoke even filters out of here and we won't really be waking up to any Wednesday morning. How about storm chances though? We've got a ring of fire pattern setting up, so storm chances are going to be near the area each and every day, although Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I think the best chance for severe weather is going to be just to our north across central and northern Wisconsin, and then getting into parts of central and northern Minnesota as well. Any chance that we do see tonight and tomorrow is really going to be there during the overnight hours into early the following morning because of that pattern. Ultimately, our best chance holds off until Thursday. That's after the alert day. Wednesday, we're tracking alert day conditions all across southern Wisconsin, mainly the afternoon into the early evening. Our air temperature, those are going to get into the lower, if not mid 90s, but then the heat index, those values get near 100, if not up to 105. That's the feels like temperature on our body. Everyone across the area under that red, that's a major risk from the heat that we're going to have on Wednesday specifically. We'll see a little bit of relief, not much though for Thursday and Friday. Our temperatures those days still expected to be in the upper 80s. By the weekend, that's when we come down a little bit more mid 80s, and I don't think it'll be as active, but we do have those storm chances later overnight most nights, and then our best chance during the day on Thursday after that really hot day.
What's the feel like temperature again on Wednesday?
100 to 105.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't do triple digits.
Summer's not over yet.
Jacob says this thing on the weekends. He says, yeah, it's getting hot, so you're going to go inside and close your door and turn on the AC.
Yeah,
so
make sure the blinds are closed,
yeah,
too.
that too. I mean, that sun beating in, my
That
cat
can really
loves
raise
to
the temp.
just go right up. Jack,
Yeah.
he'll go right up to the window
Jack's
and
not gonna see
open
that.
those curtains so that one hot streak just, oh, goodness gracious.
Comes inside, yeah.
Hey, well, we're looking for some more Plan Your Day videos. If you want to record one, send us a picture or an email. We'd love to hear from you. Share your name, where you live, and then download it or upload it to the website, the First Warn Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or email it to us.
Well, in the 608, it's Madison Restaurant Week, and we're checking out some of the local businesses taking part.
Josh Ryder live in Madison with one of the featured restaurants this week. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're kicking the week off at Heritage Tavern in downtown Madison. Of course, a Madison staple since 2013. We wanted to see what they've got going on for Madison Restaurant Week, so we've got Chef Dan joining us live this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Thanks for starting your day bright and early. I know this is a big week for you.
It's a huge week. Yeah, it's our biggest week of the year. We feature a 3-course tasting menu all week long for Restaurant Week. Our menu this week is $40, so you can come in and enjoy. 4 o'clock we open, go till 9 o'clock during the weekdays, and 10 o'clock on the weekends.
So what is your inspiration all about here at Heritage Tavern?
You know what? We're super focused on local. I shop the market every Wednesday and Saturday. I'm personally out there. I get out there at 6:30 bright and early. And we actually have a butcher shop up in Prairie du Sac that we're featuring. We actually broke down a whole steer for this week, well, multiple steers. And we're featuring multiple cuts, a coupe du jour, cut of the day. So we have New York strips, ribeyes, skirt steaks, flank steaks. We'll cook that to whatever temperature you like. And then we have our dish here with the coupe du jour. It's cooked to medium rare. We have that sitting on top of some beautiful sauteed spinach, turnips, and some foraged mushrooms of the season. We have a potato bone there is what we call it. It's a potato that's carved like a marrow bone that we stuff with braised short rib. Top that off with some zabaione. It's just kind of like a hollandaise sauce. And sauce bordelaise.
Oh, that looks so good. I love how you focus on local. That's so important, especially when you are trying to support our local farmers here in the Madison, Wisconsin area.
Absolutely. You know what? The local farming community is really what's kept me here over the years. I've built amazing relationships with all these folks. A lot of them actually grow product just for us. And when I bring all this fresh produce back to the restaurant, my cooks love it. It's their favorite time of the year to highlight seasonal ingredients and to showcase what the season provides.
And not only are you proud of your food, you love your location. I mean, you got a perfect spot here downtown.
Yeah, this is a very iconic space right off the Capitol Square, 131 East Mifflin. We have a parking ramp right across the street that's super easy for folks. And, you know, it's a really small, intimate space that we really like to showcase what we do here.
And Madison Restaurant Week is a great opportunity for restaurants like yourself, for folks to maybe get out, try a new place, because we have so many places to celebrate here in Madison.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great week to come out and try what we do here at the tavern. We don't really dumb down our menu at all. We showcase what we do all year long. And it's a great opportunity to try multiple dishes. We have 4 different choices through each 3-course selection, so you can kind of build your own experience and try what we do here. If you've never been in, come in, enjoy the bar. It's always a great place just to walk in. You don't need a reservation.
I love it. And you normally are not open on Monday nights, but you're open especially for this week.
Exactly. Monday nights, as you said, we're open all the way through Saturday. Restaurant Week doesn't typically go through Saturday, but we like to give people an opportunity all week long.
Expanding the Restaurant Week fun.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Chef Dan, thank you so much. Can't wait to try the food. Appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
if you'd like to learn more about Madison Restaurant Week and what they've got going on here at Heritage Tavern, just go to the story app on channel3000.com. We're live in downtown this morning. Josh Ryder, News 3 Now.
Thanks,
Doesn't it look
Josh.
delicious?
It does. I would take a big old bite out of that.
Looks yummy. Thanks, Josh. Hey, Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it.
Coming up in the morning sprint, a universal cancer vaccine in the works. The progress next.
Hey, if you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. Want to wish a happy belated birthday to Josh Ryder.
Happy
which was
birthday,
yesterday.
Joshy.
Hope you had a great one, buddy. We're back with the sprint next. .653, time for the morning sprint.
And authorities are investigating 2 wrong-way crashes in DeForest on I-39 I-90. It happened early yesterday morning. Investigators say a drunk driver hit a car, killing a passenger in the other car. During the investigation, another car hit a squad car at the scene, injuring 2. That driver was also arrested for drunk driving.
Happening this week, the father of the Abundant Life school shooter is set to appear in court. Jeffrey Rupp now has a preliminary hearing Thursday. He's currently out on bond facing 2 counts of intent to sell a dangerous weapon to a person under 18 and 1 count of contributing to his child's delinquency.
There's progress in the effort to find a universal cancer vaccine. A study on mice by the University of Florida found an experimental mRNA vaccine boosted the tumor-fighting effects of immunotherapy. The goal is to find a vaccine that's effective at waking up the immune system. If successful, it could be used to treat a variety of different cancers.
UW Madison police describing this weekend's Coldplay concert as pleasant and peaceful. The sold-out show is the second at Camp Randall this summer after a 30-year hiatus, or a couple of Morgan Wallen concerts back in June. University police say they made 2 arrests Saturday night with no major incidents.
New overnight, Alaska Airlines are back in the air. That's after its fleets were grounded overnight due to an IT outage. In a statement, the airline said at around 10 p.m. local time, they experienced an outage that's impacted their operations. There's still no detail of the cause of the IT outage. This marks the second fleet grounding request in over a year. It all follows a system upgrade issue in April 2024.
Today, a federal judge will hear oral arguments in lawsuits between Harvard and the Trump administration. They challenge the government's freezing of billions of dollars in federal funding. President Trump argues the school's DEI efforts are discriminatory and that the handling of pro-Palestinian protests were harmful to Jewish students. Harvard says the freezing of funds has nothing to do with anti-Semitism.
85 Palestinians are dead after Israeli forces opened fire while they were seeking aid. It's being called Gaza's deadliest day for aid seekers. The IDF says troops fired warning shots to remove the immediate threat posed to them. It comes as Israel's military issued evacuation orders for central Gaza, an area where it has rarely operated with ground troops.
Well, we're tracking alert day conditions on Wednesday. The heat and humidity both going to be present as early as tomorrow, but that really ramps up with highs forecast to get into the lower, maybe even mid-90s on Wednesday. The heat index 100 to 105. The good news is we're back down to the upper 80s Thursday and Friday. It'll still be hot and humid. So yeah, really enjoy today while we have that 82-degree temperature and low humidity.
Right, maybe find a pool for Wednesday's temperatures. Feels like over 100.
Yeah, it's gonna be gross.
No thanks.
Not wrong. Hey, thanks for watching, folks. CBS Mornings is coming up next. Our next newscast is at noon.